I'm sorry, guys. Can you hear me now? I literally did not have the mic on. I'm sorry. Thank you, Jerome. Thank you. So hopefully you guys can hear me now.
I'm
Um,
sorry, guys. Can you hear me now?
no wonder. I'm like, this volume is up, but that was the wrong one. I didn't need that one up. I needed this one up. Thank you, Jerome, for that. All right, so let me start over. Let me start over. Good evening. Hi. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to Real Life Relationship Growth. I was saying hello to IG. Um, and my apologies, IG. I still don't have you guys connected to the restream. But it's okay because you guys are on your own little space in your own little bubble in your own little place. And we're here. And you can still see. Thanks, Jerome. I appreciate you. Hey, Rod. Hey, Rod. All right. So I'm gonna get started. Like I was saying, I'm still a little congested. It's going on 2 weeks now of this congestion, but no other symptoms. So thinking it's allergy related. So I'm just kind of taking things and keeping it moving. But I will be sniffling a little bit here and there, so y'all forgive me. Y'all forgive me, okay? All right. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Real Life Relationship Growth Get Together, meet up, greet, whatever we want to call it. Welcome. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad you guys are here. As usual, I'm going to get started because all the videos will be posted to YouTube. They'll be on IG. They will be in places where you guys can see them and replay them and come back to them and comment and all of that. So I'm gonna get started. Hey Kev, hey Kev. So I'm gonna get started. Today is Thursday. This is our every week, once a week meetup, get together. I'm gonna let you guys know now. Let me just let y'all know. Don't put me on the calendar for next Thursday. I will not be here next Thursday. We will not be meeting up next Thursday. For y'all that know me, know why I will not be on next Thursday. I'm too excited. I'm like super, super excited. But again, I'm gonna give y'all a minute. But we will not be meeting next Thursday. All right? I will not be. Why? Who said what? Why? Kevin, you of all people, Kevin. Okay, okay, okay. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Next Thursday is the premiere of The Little Mermaid. I bought my tickets weeks ago. I bought my tickets weeks ago. I will be in the house. I'm not waiting till Friday. Thursday, I love that they premiere movies on Thursday now. They have that first movie out. So Thursday evening after work, going home, getting ready. When I say getting ready, y'all know, listen, y'all know I have mermaid gear to boot from the sneakers to the everything. So I will be at the premiere of The Little Mermaid next Thursday. So we won't see each other for 2 weeks. Nope, next week a week, and then the week after I'll be back. The week after I'll be back. We'll be back on. All right, all right. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna get started. Hi, I am Donna. I am Donna. Welcome. This is the real life relationship growth segment, moment, time, evening. This is our segment, rather, excuse me, called Camper Conversations. I come on once a week. We get together, we chop it up, we talk about different topics, different subjects, different things that relate to us as adults. This is the criteria for you to be here. Hey, Jaquetta, this is the criteria for you to be here. You have to be single, dating, courting, married, divorced, or widower. That is the criteria for you to be here. If that's you, you are in the place, you are in the right place with the right family at the right time. Because we are here. What's up, Leah? We are here to grow and build and produce healthy, happy relationships. Because if we do that individually and then collectively together, It will branch out and pour out into our children, our family members, our community, and we will be a better place. This will be a better place. Hey, Stacy, what's up, girl? So let's get started. Let's get started. I like to say this. I have to say this. This is what I do before I get started. I am not a relationship expert. I don't proclaim to be. I don't claim to be. I don't proclaim to be. Never said I was. I am just a black woman in this world, living this life, doing the damn thing and enjoying the process, enjoying myself through it. I've been up, I've been down, um, I've been through some things, and life has not deterred me from being happy. It has not taken away the joy that was created in me and the God who loves me, and I know that for me is superior. Somebody asked me yesterday, having a discussion, and I posted on my page um, this statement. It just said, but God. That's it. It said, but God. And he was like, break that down to me because I see that. And I just want to know from you what that means. But God. I don't care what goes on around me. I don't care what goes on to me. I don't what goes care what goes on through me, whatever, but God. My trust, my faith, my value, but God. Like, why am I worrying about it? Because, but God. That was kind of my response. So, um, we're gonna get started with this thing. Thank you, fellas, for sending your topics. Y'all are always on point. Thank you, ladies, also for sending your videos and inboxing me. Y'all always hit me up with something, either it's making me laugh or makes me want to cry or it makes me say, wow. So I appreciate you all for that. I appreciate you all for that. So the topic tonight, we have of late, and most of the time, y'all, talk about couples, married, people being married, how to have a better marriage. We talk about how to be better parents and, things like that. But why does singlehood, the hood of being single, and that's a place, you live there if you're single, singlehood, why does singlehood always have to be like at the low bottom of the totem pole? Why is it that being single, there has to be something wrong or something negative? There's a negative connotation to it. Why is that um, something that like just stands out? Being single, right? Being single. In the family, if a person is getting up in age and they haven't had children, they're not married, they haven't had children. Why are you not married? When are you gonna give me some grandbabies? What's wrong with her? So and that's more so for women. It happens with men too, but let's be real. The questions mostly tend to go toward the women. Like, why are you single? Like, when you gonna have some children? When you gonna? And the men get, when you gonna settle down? When you gonna do? So as if being single was a disease, as if being single was a problem, as if being single was an issue. Some people choose to be single. Some people are single not by choice. Situations and circumstances happen and they end up single, right? Hey, Chris. And they end up single, right? I've met young ladies, I've met girls growing up, and these women, these girls have baby names and what their children's names are going to be and what type of wife they're going to be from young. All they want to do is be a wife. Then I have some people that I know, young ladies that I knew and women that I know that could care less. I ain't never get married. I don't care. That's not my thing. I don't want to be. I want to be single. I don't want. You know. And then when it comes to the guys, like, I don't know, with guys, it tends to be more acceptable, more accepted rather, for men to stay single longer, and then all of a sudden, boom, because he got stuff to do. He got to sow them wild oats. He got to, you know. do this and he got to do that. But singleness, the hood of singlehood, seems to have a negative connotation to it. And we're going to jump into some of the reasons why people are single and what that means. The different levels of singleness is our title tonight. Excuse me. The different levels of singleness. I came across two videos because y'all know I'm a TikToker. Y'all know I like TikTok. So I was on TikTok. I went to TikTok. Um, and I came across two videos. I'm gonna play this first video because it made me laugh. Y'all, my screen has got this wide resolution and I don't know how to change it, but y'all can see the video and you guys can IG, I apologize, but you'll be able to hear it. You'll be able to hear the video. So I'm going to play it now. Maybe not. So IG, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to post the video because that was a visual. That was a visual. But Facebook and YouTube, y'all were able to see the video. So there's this dude for IG. There's this dude, he's in a battle. And he has his arms out, and all these arrows are coming. All these arrows are being shot, and all these arrows are being shot. And literally hundreds and thousands of arrows are just hitting the ground around him, hitting the ground around. And it says, me waiting on Cupid's arrow. Let me see what it says. Me waiting on Cupid's arrow to hit me. And the arrows never hit him. Like thousands of arrows. He even have his arms held out, like waiting for the arrow to hit him. And nothing ever hits him. Me waiting for Cupid's arrow to hit me. That had me cracking up. That was so hilarious. That was funny to me. That was funny to me. The women was the women. I'm reading what Kevin said and caught me my wording. That was funny to me. Kevin said women tend to be single by choice. Men are usually chosen. Women ultimately determines the relationship status of men by either saying yes or no. Okay. Women tend to be single. I've heard that a lot, right? I've heard that a lot. Like men choose, women decide. Men choose, women decide. Hey, Lakeisha. Hey, girl. Men choose, women decide. I've heard that. I heard that a lot. Um, I think it's a true statement. I do. I think it's true. I think it's accurate when it comes down to the man that wants to be serious, to the man who wants to be in a relationship and settle down and be with someone. The men may choose, but the woman actually decides. I think that holds true. That does hold true. But how many women feel like that's not true? Based on based on how many successful relationships you actually see and are actually a part of. Like how many single women feel like that is true? Let me read Jerome's statement. Jerome says, to me, it is more about what type of stage of mind you are in as a single. Are you happy where you currently were you currently or as a single? If not, what are some things you can do to become a happier single? I'm glad you said that, Jerome. Because I have three videos today, y'all. I have three videos. Usually I only have about one or two, but I have three. And Jerome made a really, really good statement. Where are you single? Where are you before the thought of a relationship even comes to mind? How happy are you being single? Now, We tend to get to this place. If you don't start, there's some people that just start at that place. They start at that place. They're happy, they're content, they're single, they're loving, they're taking trips by themselves, they're exploring new restaurants, they go to a movie on their own, they doing their thing. And it doesn't matter whether they have a man or a woman in their lives, they're doing their thing. They just enjoying life. And it doesn't matter to them if they're with someone or not. And then there's the people who have been in relationships, have been in a committed relationship, or have been married, and something has happened. The relationship ends in some type of way. And then the light bulb clicks on. And there's this epiphany of, wow, this is really great. Being by myself is really great. Like, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. So let me play this video. Let me play this video, y'all, of that kind of relates to what Jerome just said. I'm gonna play this one next.
Single, can I take your order? Yes, I'll have traveling anywhere I want in the world without asking anyone's permission, please. Great choice, great choice. I'm in the mood for farting in bed whenever I want. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Lovely indeed. Yes, we also have a special tonight I forgot to mention. It's learning to love yourself without the need of validation from others. Ooh yeah, I'll get some of that. I'll get some of that too. Miss Darlings, I am so sorry I'm late. Would you like to order anything? Well, I don't see it on the menu, but I would like some grandchildren. And when are you gonna get married? Here she goes. We don't allow that kind of talk here, ma'am. It's just that I've been waiting so long and I'm getting old. It's a safe place, free from societal expectations, but if you'd like, I have a fully charged vibe in the back to distract you. What is this place?
She said, what is this place? This place is content and happiness. Like, she was like, the lady came in and she was like, when are you gonna get married? Whatever, what we talked about earlier. And she's like, that conversation is not allowed here. That you can't come into the singlehood and talk like that. Let's see. Kevin said it's boring being single. Tired of doing everything by myself. That is the spectrum. That is that side of it. That's the spectrum of singlehood that comes with not wanting to be single. Not wanting to be single. Not wanting to be single. And we're gonna hit on that. We coming in, we coming to that, Kevin. We coming to that, Kevin. Oh, Jerome. Come on, brother. Like, you ahead of me. Slow down. Jerome said, are you healed enough to be in a committed relationship? If you are not happy being singular, it could mean that there are some underlying issues that needs to be addressed. The first thing I noticed when I glanced down at that before I started reading, the word healed jumped out at me. The word healed jumped out at me. For those who are coming from previous relationships, it's not your first rodeo. For those who are coming from previous relationships and you've been hurt and there's been toxic situations, you dealt with a toxic person, you dealt with an abusive person, you dealt with a narcissistic person, and you were hurt, and it affected you in a way that you just shut down to everything around you. And you have this all men are dogs notion, or all women ain't no good, or she for the streets, or whatever the terminology that's used. Are you actually ready to go into another relationship? Have you taken the time to get to that point of the video where she was so content and happy that it did not matter? Like, it did not matter. So I saw I watched a video earlier today and I posted the statement on my page because it was so profound. It was so profound. Yeah, I've been struggling with my eyes all day, so let me stop playing games. The statement was so profound. Let me get this and let me read it because I thought it was great. Came and typed it up real quick and posted it to my page. Um, Jerome, you saw it. Yep. It says, okay, let me back up before I read this. So, the unhealed single person. The unhealed single person. Now, let me get Kevin's comment. Kevin said, replying to Facebook user, I'm totally healed. Just haven't met the one yet, I guess. I shoot my shot, but these ladies be shot blocking like Hakeem. Sometimes, who is this? Okay, Jerome says sometimes the unhealed issue is from being constantly disappointed as a child, basically unhealed family trauma. Wee! Hey sis. Hey sis. Woo, woo. Jerome. Jerome, you on it, sir? You on it, sir? So being healed doesn't necessarily have to come from a man or a woman that you were involved with. From Jerome's viewpoint, what he's saying, unhealed childhood trauma also can put you in a position where your relationships aren't working because you have not dealt with the trauma at hand before you even started getting into relationships. Come on, say it, somebody. Drum, that's good. That's good. So the video I was watching earlier, the gentleman was saying one of his clients, he was talking to her and she was like, why do I keep attracting the same type man? Why do I keep ending up in the same type relationship, same type people? And it coming to the same end. It coming to the same end. And he brought up the term discernment. Discernment. And he was saying that discernment is not just a spiritual biblical term. Discernment is a term that can be used for anyone. But when we hear it, most of the time we think, oh, biblical. We think spiritual or something in that realm, having discernment. But he put it in the form of discernment. Pretty much discernment was by loosely definition was pretty much when you know something, you see it, you can see it, red flags, and you avoid it because you've seen something is showing you and saying that's not right, that discernment, and you avoid it. He said intuition, discernment is not accurate when you are attempting to evaluate from an unhealed place. Let me read that again. Intuition, discernment is not accurate when you are attempting to evaluate from an unhealed place. We're not going to get too far off track because this singlehood is a place that does not have to be a place of negativity. It doesn't have to be a place of sorrow and sadness and, oh, what's wrong with you? Singlehood does not have to be that. It does not have to be that. And it is not that. It is not that. But that discernment thing, I loved that when I heard it. I had to post that. I had to type that up and put that out to the masses because you can't have discernment. Your discernment is not accurate. It's not on point when you're coming from an unhealed mindset, when you're not healed from the foolishness and things, which is why we tend to be a repeat offender with the same type of people. Do I have discernment? Yes, I do. In certain areas, my discernment is very sharp and it's there's that discernment, right? But I learned that this statement is so accurate because I was going into relationships not healed. And Jerome made a very good point because I was hit with the double whammy: childhood trauma and then trauma from abusive, narcissistic men. And me being who I am, the question was always asked, like, how the hell did that happen? And I'm not just from people that's close to me and know who I am, but to me, I was like, what? And then I realized more and more and more that I had some unchecked, unsatisfied, unhealed stuff that I hadn't dealt with. Who but God? There it is for me. I'm sorry. But God. Like, y'all, here go. Ding, 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 ding. Counseling. Counseling is how you check that. Is how you realize that I keep repeating, I'm a repeat offender because I have not tapped in and checked and fixed and learned how to fix the foolishness that got me here in the first place. And that continues to get me here. Singlehood. Let's hit it. I have another video. I love this one. This one is good.
Single and not looking for a relationship or not ready for a relationship, have as much fun as humanly possible and enjoy being single. Connect with human beings at scale. That doesn't mean have sex with everybody on the planet. That just means like get out there, connect. You have the time to really connect with other human beings. If you're single and you're looking for a relationship, my advice is if there's a question whether or not the person that you're seeing is the one, or if you can see that person being the one, if you don't see that person being the one, don't waste your time. If you're single and looking for a long-term, potentially lifetime partnership with, don't waste your time if you doubt it. The older you get, the less time you have to build a life with someone. If you're out there looking, don't waste your time with those that you don't see yourself spending a lifetime with.
Don't waste your time. I love that because this is the hood I was talking about. Singlehood. This is the side of the hood. This, you know how you go to different neighborhoods and different places, and when they say the hood, that's ghetto. We don't want to be there. We don't want to be on that side of singlehood. We don't want to be. That's ghetto. Arguing with somebody that, somebody that don't even assist with your mental. Y'all thought I was gonna say pay your bills. That's a part of it. Arguing and bickering and fighting and fussing and being stressed out over someone who is not depositing positivity into your life, much less your bank account. That's the ghetto of singlehood. Like, singlehood is a place of peace. It's a place of relaxation. It's a place of healing. It's a place where you can go and when you're there, you should be able to kick your feet up and enjoy and not be worried or concerned. Let me tell y'all, the best feeling right now for me. The best feeling for me right now in this hood where I am, singlehood, is the peace that I have. It is the not being concerned about what he doing, where he at, when he's is that. Is that. Now, do I believe every man is that way? No, I do not. No, I do not. Because truth be told, y'all, I'm just visiting in this hood. I'm visiting here. I'm not staying here because this is not where I want to be. But while I'm here, I'm going to love me so much. It might be hard. No, it won't. Because I know what I want and I know what I'm asking God for. I love me so much that while I'm visiting this hood, while I'm here, me personally, this is just me, I'm going to enjoy myself. And I'm going to understand myself. And I'm going to be honest with myself while I'm in this hood. While I'm in this hood. For those who just want to be there, for those who have no desire to move and pack up and go anywhere else, and they have um, set up residence in singlehood, then again, be happy, be content. No, look, it's not only a man or a woman that you're in a relationship with, that you're trying to be in a relationship that can stress you out. Your mama, your daddy, your siblings, your friends, your listen. I love my family to life. I love them. I call them, I text them, I make sure I'm keeping up with them. I make sure they're keeping up with each other because we need each other. You know, listen, we ain't gonna talk about just needing family members when it comes to just because they're family. I need family members because my daddy needed a kidney, y'all. And nobody is gonna be coming up saying, Donna, I know you need a kidney, and I want to do what I can, and let's go get tested to see if my kidney is compatible with yours. If we arguing, fighting, bickering, fussing, and can't even sit together at a family meal, can't even come together for the holidays, that's ghetto. That's the other hood. But if you're single and you're choosing to be because you want to be, and that's where you are, whether you got there from a situation or you've always been there and you've learned how to be good there, make it the best place ever. Do not let people's opinions and thoughts and suggestions and their personal battles. Don't let them spew that off on you. You enjoy where you are. Take trips. I personally do not like to travel by myself. I don't like it for more than one reason. First reason, I want somebody to watch my back. And I want to be when we travel, especially if we travel abroad and you go out of country and there's some places I want to go that I don't think I can just call 911. Can have discernment. I don't, but I just don't like traveling by myself. I want to experience things with somebody special, even if that's a family member. Like, um, I don't like going to dinner and going to movies and stuff by myself. I don't do that. That's just me. I can be home by myself. I can chill all day, watch movies, and be just as peaceful and comfortable. And oh, I love it. I love coming home and nobody's here. And sometimes I love coming home and hate that nobody's here. But the point is, in this hood of singlehood, I'm going to be content. I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to learn some things about Donna that I did not know. Because we learn ourselves. We learn things every day, all the time. When we add different experiences um, to our life. We learn. I didn't know I liked sushi. I didn't know that that tasted that way. I've added something to the menu. I didn't know I could cook that. Now look at this recipe, and if I burned it, I burned it. Ain't nobody gonna be complaining about what I burned. But I tell you what, I can work on it and get better at it because I've found and learned something. I can go to school if I want to and I have to worry about um somebody else's time and agenda. Because hey Marcy, hey Ree. Ree, you see that video I posted? Go on IG when we finish. I made a little reel of your birthday. Not having to worry about someone else's agenda. I love that. I do. I love that. I enjoy the peacefulness. And more so, I've learned more to love myself and take my time with me. Because nobody's going to take no one is going to take the time with you and have the patience with you as you. They're not. They're not. So the hood of singleness, being single. So let's talk about becoming single and you didn't want to. It wasn't your choice. Something happened. Something happened. Jerome, if you don't get out my head, Jerome says sometimes people struggle with abandonment issues, which can contribute to their fears of being alone. Jerome, you some little typos in there, I think. Sometimes I worked that one out. Sometimes people struggle with abandonment issues, which can contribute to their fears of being alone. I'm sure that means alone and not alive. But just put a little asterisk in the right word, Jerome, so I can be sure. Kevin said, I think I'm a victim of moving too slow at times. Since getting out of a toxic relationship and being played, I take my time. Unfortunately, I move so slow, it comes off as if I'm seeming disinterested. I played it to be safe, and it cost me over the years. Moving too slow. So your thought, Kevin? Jerome says singleness is the best time to become wholesale again. Ha, wholesale again. Yes, I figured you meant alone, Jerome. But I wanted to be sure that's what you were saying. So let me read Jerome's statement again. Sometimes people struggle with abandonment issues, which can contribute to their fears of being alone. Yes, of being alone. Too slow, Kevin, huh? Kevin on that hair and the turtle thing. Um, being alone. Jerome, you're right. Abandonment issues. And there we go again talking about not just male and female relationships not making it, but also but also in childhood. In childhood, being abandoned, a parent left. Um, and so you people can tend to grab on to anybody and everybody, um, anybody and everybody that shows them attention, even if that person is not coming to them in the most positive and best way. Or because most people, of course, we bring our representatives to the party, and a representative is not someone that's lying. Let me say that. When we say representative, I say representative, I don't mean that somebody that's not being truthful. What I'm saying, the representative is when you go on a job interview, you're not going to talk on a job interview like you talk to your boys or you talk to your girls, right? You're going to bring your professional voice. You're going to bring your proper grammar. Representative. So when you meet somebody and you trying to learn somebody, you bring in that representative. And then, people that deal with abandonment issues, they latch on to that, like the representative. And that's the danger. That's one danger in getting with somebody and committing to somebody without seeing the real them, that hair down, throwing some sweatpants, got a wife beater on, didn't brush their hair, didn't brush their waves, didn't comb her hair, still wrapped up, still wearing a bonnet or a scarf person. When you marry somebody and you get with somebody and you commit to somebody and you haven't seen them get sick and throwing up their guts, you better wait. You better wait. You better wait. We have to see people in their true, rarest, worst form before we can make a decision to say, this is the person for me. Because when you see the representative, and the representative is always prim, proper, and primed, and there's no issues and no problems, and they got it, and I got it, and it's me, and can't nothing break me, and I'm good. And that person, it looks good, it feels good, and you want it to be good. But talking what Jerome said, the people dealing with abandonment issues, you know, you don't plan that type of thing. Nobody plans for a person to leave them. Claudette said, Lord, strip them down. That's right. No one plans that. No one prepares for that. So when you're in a situation where you became single, when it was not your decision or out of your control, or someone left, whether it be a parent, whether it be, a family member, whether it be a spouse, whether someone cheated and they left or whatever they did. Being in the hood, that's the ghetto hood. That's the ghetto of singlehood. That's over the tracks. We don't want to go over there. But if you find yourself there, I never tell people get over something. Just get over that. You got to get over that. You got to get over that. You got to get over that. There's a difference in getting over something, and getting through it and coming out on the other side. Like if you got to climb over it, then you're really avoiding it. Get over it. But you haven't tackled it. Ooh, I like that. Yeah. When you go over it, you're avoiding it. So when you go over it, you're really not tackling it. You're really not dealing with what comes from it. But when you go through it and you come out on the other side and you can shake it off because you've seen all the foolishness and the dirt and the grime and all of that, and you cried and you hurt and you thought about it. We go through different stages of abandonment. When abandonment happens and when breakups happen and things happen, we go through different stages. Like we hurt, we can't believe it happened. And then depending on the situation, we think the nerve, the audacity, what? Me? And then we are missing the person. And then we start realizing why we didn't need to be with the person in the first place. Singlehood. And then we start seeing ourselves for who we truly are. Now, sometimes we see ourselves for who we truly are. Hey, sis. Hey, Regina. We see ourselves for who we truly are, and we don't want to face it or tackle it. And we don't want to admit it. That's that side of the hood you don't want to be on. And we see that and we realize, you know what? That was not my place of residence in the first place. I shouldn't have been over there. I shouldn't have settled in and unpacked my bags over here. I should have stayed in this hood, singlehood, until I first was ready to be found by someone who is healed and whole and still working to remain in a mind frame of I got this because I understand it now. That's the hood. That's the side of singlehood I want to be in. That's the side of singlehood I am in. And for those who are not, you will get there. Promise and guarantee you will get there. But you have to make the efforts to get there. You have to understand and know that ended for a reason. And that wasn't your hood. That wasn't your place. That's not where you should have unpacked your bag or been at all. I don't care how long it lasted or it went on. When a person cheats, disrespects, abuses, is not for you and showing you that, you can't let emotions trap you so heavy and so hard that you stay and you tolerate foolishness. Get out of that hood. Get out the hood. Get out the hood. Being single is a lovely place. Again, whether you made the decision to be there from the beginning or if circumstances and situations in life put you there. Hey, Lynn, take the time to focus on you. Enjoy yourself. Find that place of happiness. Find some things to do that you've never done before. Go out and do them and decide if you like it or not. And then you find yourself exploring more and having a sense of peace and happiness and contentment because I'm enjoying this. Everybody that comes to you is not for you. Everybody that comes to you is not for you. Especially. This is when you have to tap in and really grind down and think about it. If you are so lonely, that it hurts, if you are so lonely that you can't find some kind of contentment, is not the time to get into a relationship. If you are so lonely, if you are not content in where you are and what you have and what you can do for yourself, it is not time to get into a relationship. People do not complete us. Please understand and believe. Listen, I said I'm not a professional, I'm not. But I'm going to make this statement. And I'm standing on it as a professional. People do not complete us. People do not complete you. They do not. You have to be whole first. If you're going to remain single, be single and whole. If you're going to be in a relationship, be in a relationship and be whole. I'm not looking for my better half. I am my better half. Y'all gonna make me break my glasses. I am my better half. You are your better half. Do I want to be married again? Yes. Why? Because I love, they compliment, not complete. Yes, sir, Jerome. They compliment, not complete. I love I love what God did. When God formed man and then he gave him a woman, he gave him a helpmate, because everything else had something to pair with. When he did that, this is why I love the thought process and the concept of marriage and love and relationship. I love it. And I don't care what a ninja does or has done. I will never, never, never kill the thought that marriage, love, and relationships are the most beautiful thing on this earth. Why? Because this is where new life generates. And to have fun and enjoy and build and be blessed with someone else that has, if not the same, but very similar goals and visions as you do you understand the power of a man and a woman coming together and building and then teaching their children how important it is? Listen, my ex-husband and I, Daryl, we got divorced after 14 years. And it wasn't a messy, awful, mean breakup. It wasn't. As a matter of fact, let me tell y'all something. We literally cried at the courthouse, at the elevators. We cried for different reasons, but we were in two different places. Was it a mistake? Yeah, it was. But we made a decision and choice, and we have to live with that and go on through life. But being cordial with one another, because we created children and we messed up in some of that. We did. But our children are a blessing and they are great. Look, I call my son an asshole, y'all. Rajan is an asshole. Why? Because he bougie and sometimes he can get on my nerves, but he is just like his mama in so many ways. And that girl, yo, I could punch her in her neck, in her throat sometimes. But we came together as husband and wife and we produced life. We made life to go out in this world and to build. And if they're not doing that, even in the mistakes that we made, your Sarah, yes, she is. Go beat her up. Even in that life, those lives that we created, we made, and we messed up in places, they are still, because that commitment and that connection. Y'all about to get me on another subject. Let's see, who is this? Because y'all know I can't see who it says over here. They compliment, not complete. That was Jerome. Woo! My girl Keisha wrote a lot. Let me put my glasses on, y'all. Lakeisha said, I'm painting my basement, but but listening to you. In my hood, I'm enjoying learning and seeing myself grow. I was stagnant for so long and kept to myself that now I give myself plenty of grace on this journey of dating. I am that person. I am that person, can go anywhere by myself and be okay. My best trip was a solo trip to Belize. My baby, but baby, I'm also okay with having my boo go next time. He will find me soon. Yes, ma'am, you speak it, you prepare yourself, and you be that. The best relationships are the ones that are unexpected, I think. Like, you don't even expect that. Like, where did brother come from? Or where did sister come from? So do your thing. Do your thing. And as you do your thing, it shall lay its tracks. They compliment. Lakeisha also said, absolutely. I 100% know that just because the first marriage did not work out doesn't mean that it can't work the next time around. Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Your Sora, yes. That girl right now, Lakeisha. Ooh, I love her, but I want to put a foot. But I'm so proud of her. I'm so freaking proud of my kids, y'all. Man. Jerome said Adam was totally blown away when he laid his eyes upon Eve. That chick was fine. When you are in a healthy place, being with the right person is marriage is a slice of heaven on earth. This is why it's extremely important to be the most healthiest single that you can become. Most definitely. Mike, hey, big brother. Mike says, before marriage, I've never been single, just purposely alone when I choose to living a great bachelor life back in my day. Before marriage, I've never been single, just purposely alone. Lakeisha said, girl, I know. I raised them right. Yes. I hear you, Mike. Before marriage, Mike said he's never been single. Just purposely alone. Purposely alone. I love that. I love that statement because there are some people who are purposely alone because their goal, their vision, their journey for themselves is just for them. It is nothing wrong with that. It's nothing with being purposely alone. I ain't gonna lie sometimes. Sometimes, y'all, I wish the brothers would leave me alone. Sometimes I'm like, do I really want to let him come into this space? Because let me tell y'all, I have always been content as a single in the hood of single in singlehood or in marriage or relationship. I've been content either way, which is why I know and I realize when the marriage ended, when the relationship ended, I wasn't all toe up in. Was I disappointed? Yes. Um, was I sad? My last marriage? No, I wasn't. Because I shouldn't have been there in the first place. So, you know, when you pray and ask the Lord to reveal, and I don't care at what point, let me tell y'all something. I don't care how far down wrong street you go. I don't care if you are at the pits, the door, and you teetering, to, hell is right there. When you realize you're wrong and you went the wrong direction and you shouldn't have veered to the right, you should have veered left, and you speak that and you commit to making a change and adjustment and you ask your believer who you believe in, excuse me, you ask the one that you believe in and you trust in, Almighty God, to help you and to fix the situation because you trusted and let me the turnaround. Y'all heard, it was when we say the come up is massive. The come up has been so real for me. The come up has been so real for me. And it hasn't not just been a financial come up. Cause thank you, Jesus. I'm good. But the emotional, the mental, if I talk to a guy and he decides to ghost me, or he decides he ain't gonna call, or he decides I'm not the one, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Because the leading and guiding and directing is gonna be what it needs to be. IG done ended on me, y'all. IG giving me this time constraint, and they tell me, sister, you going too long. You going too long. I raised them right. Mike said, never lonely, just purposely alone. Wink, wink. Had my fun. I got it. I know what you were saying, sir. Mike said he was purposefully alone. He wanted to see and explore and be there. And if that's your choice and that's what you want to be, then, anybody, I'm not here to judge you on that. Anybody, whether, they're then or they're now. There's some people who are purposely alone, purposely, and they want to do what they want to do. You still have to be careful, but I'm not here to judge that and wag my finger at you because I was purposely alone for a minute too. Jerome says singlehood is a great time to know your purpose. It is your purpose that determines the purpose of your pursuit. Come on, sir. Glory, hallelujah. Preach, girl. Love the honesty, transparency, and vulnerability, Donna. Yes, I can't be nothing but Jerome. Yo, Y'all, this is what this is for. Real life relationship growth. This is what this is for. We have to be vulnerable. We have to be honest. And sometimes we have to be transparent to a degree and level that people going to be like clutching their pearls. But that's fine. That's fine. Because where I am and where I've been, some young sister or some young brother may be coming up that same exact street. The one that I turned right on and I should have turned left. And they're going to see and hear something from you that's going to help them say, let me go left. Because I saw what right did to her. I saw what right did to him. So this is what this is all about. I'm not concerned or worried, or do I care what people think? I don't. I care what my family thinks. I care what the children at the daycare think. I care what their parents think. I care what my friends think. But people, and what that means is people that I know that are caring and concerned about my well being. The people that want to gossip and laugh and talk behind my back or whatever, I don't care. But God. All right, y'all. I am over because IG has cut me off and let me know that it is over. IG getting shorted, man. Y'all better come on to YouTube or Facebook IG because y'all missing. Transparency is healthy because it helps to set you free. Woo! Freedom. Yeah, I like this place. I enjoy this place. I do. And I appreciate every bit of it. Did I like every bit of it? No. No. But remember what I said about going over earlier compared to going through? Sometimes we can't see what we need to see unless we go through. Go through in your best way possible. Look at what you've gone through and why possibly, excuse me, y'all, that you've gone through that so you can not go through it again, not avoid it, but make a conscious choice, decision, and effort not to do it. I'm not going to avoid it. I'm not going to it. Period. Like when I say avoid, I mean, um, I see it and I'm like, let me just. No, I just want to walk by that thing without even thinking about it, not hesitating. That's what that means. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Thank you, Jerome. Jerome, thank you for all your input. Kevin, thank you as usual. I appreciate y'all. All who commented or all who just sat back and commented in their head and observed and watched. It's all good. It's all good. Everybody's not vocal or kind of open and out, and that is so fine. But I'm glad y'all are here. So share this, um, watch it again, see what you want to take from it, and what may be helpful to you or be helpful to someone else. Again, guys, no, I will not be here next week, Thursday. I will be in the theater with my feet kicked up, with my popcorn and my Reese's and my water, because I like to mix my popcorn with my Reese's pieces. And I'm gonna be checking my girl out. The Little Mermaid is coming out next week, Thursday. Got my tickets. I will be there, so I will not be here. I love y'all, but this is me loving me. Going to see Little Mermaid. Y'all have a great week. Y'all have a great week. I love you guys to pieces. And I will see y'all Thursday after next. Have a good night. I'm sorry. What? you should take some highlights and share it. Oh, y'all know I am. Y'all know I am. Y'all know I'm gonna have some highlights. Um, from going to see my girl. Like I'm so emotional, y'all. I keep seeing these videos and I want to cry. I'm gonna cry. I know I am. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night. Later.